I'm Erin Zozel.
And I'm Drew Coleman.
Welcome to Zo Conversations.
Our show about being real estate partners, local business owners, and friends.
Let's get into it.
Let's do this. Here we go, episode 2.
Here we go, episode 2.
Cheers. I love that you made mimosa with mango.
That was an accident?
I know.
I did not know
You didn't know.
But when I bought the orange juice, I thought it was just regular, but it's not. Turns out, a splash.
I'm going to tell you it works.
Okay, well, first things first. This is our episode 2.
Yeah.
Season 1.
To our 4 followers.
Yep, our 4 followers. Thank you for that. But, okay, we always kind of start off the mornings of texting each other, like bragging about how much we sleep.
I don't know about bragging, but yeah.
I brag.
Yeah, okay.
Because you usually win, and sometimes I like to win. As a mom.
You've been winning more lately.
That is true.
Yeah.
I did sleep 13 hours, not last night.
Okay.
2 nights ago. That's a little aggressive.
That's isn't everything okay medically? Yeah.
I don't know.
Like a coma.
I don't know. I feel like I'm right on the verge of something bad happening, maybe. That is true. But yeah, last night I did a solid 8, so I thought you'd be proud of that, because that's our goal, is to get at least 8, right?
Well, no.
Oh.
You haven't been listening about how it
You're
works.
confusing, because there's a lot of rules.
Well, it's on the hour and a half. So an hour and a half is one full cycle.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not a sleep expert. I read this on the interwebs. It could be false. But an hour and a half is one cycle, right? So you want to try to wake up on the hour and a half. So 7.5, right? Because it goes 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5.
Right.
Is better than 8, because 8, you're half an hour back into a REM cycle.
So now my 8 hours meant nothing last night.
Well, it didn't mean nothing, but you should have gone to 9 if you could have, because then that would have put you back on the hour.
I have 2 kids.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, and I had
the way this works.
I got 6 last night, so.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I may need a nap later. The 6 is not sustainable, but
yeah,
last night that's what I got. If you can figure out how to get a nap in, I think that's actually, you're being more productive, because you're going to wake up from that,
right,
and be able to get back into your day. And I'll tell people that I take naps, and they're like, "Oh, I could never." I did
talk to my friend last night, and it was 7:30.
Yeah.
And he was just waking up from a nap.
7:30 p.m.
p.m.
Oh.
I mean, he's single and is a man about town, but it's not Brian. But it was, yes. Yeah, but it was aggressive. But he does go out probably around 12:30.
Okay.
In the morning to go out.
Was this a weekend?
This was yesterday. Which was Monday.
On a Monday. That's interesting. I always, if I wake up from a nap and it's nighttime, instant depression. The day, I slept the day away,
That's how I feel with everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even just on flights. I mean, obviously you and I have traveled a lot together.
Yeah.
But when I travel with my husband, who travels all the time for work, he's so annoying.
Yeah.
And as much as I love him, it's the second we get on the airplane, he falls asleep.
Oh.
It's not even, we haven't even left, we're not even off the tarmac yet. And he's just snoring asleep. And I'm first of all, I'm an anxious flyer, as you know.
Yeah.
So he doesn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he's got a lot of other great qualities.
Yeah.
This is not one of them.
Yeah.
And then I get anxious when he's asleep the whole time.
Is that why you text me and go,
yes,
it's bumpy.
Yep.
What does this mean? And
yep.
Now I just have a canned response turbulence is normal and totally safe. I just copy and paste.
And then I do a thing where I look at the people next to me. If something happens, I want to know whose hand I'm holding. So I don't know, I keep an eye on that for some reason.
You should look at you should look at the flight attendants. If they're calm, then there's nothing to be worried about. If they're then text me and say, go in my house and find my hidden stash of stuff that you don't want found, because just kidding.
What is your hidden stash?
I don't know. Your hidden stash, I'm saying.
Oh, I don't have a hidden stash.
I don't either. Everyone knows. I don't have anything hidden.
I have one thing that I had to tell my kids.
Don't go in this
Don't
drawer.
go in this, not drawer. It's not a drawer. It was. So.
These are mommy's toys.
Yeah.
Right.
No, those are tucked away somewhere separate. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
But he, like, so my kids, I did say I bought some of those THC drinks.
Oh yeah.
So I have not tried these before,
Yeah.
and I have got, as you know, I have trouble getting to sleep. So
Yeah.
some girls at my work at the salon were like, "Hey, you got to try these THC drinks. They're at Red Cow. They're everywhere, right?
Right.
At all these restaurants." So I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, what should I get?" So my friend Hayden said you should get 10 milligrams.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Lindsay is over here gagging.
Yeah.
Well, kind of just like. Ugh. So 10 milligrams. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna. There was a 5 there, and I went to France 44.
Yeah.
I got, like, there was, someone had told me this brand was great, whatever. So fast forward.
Yeah.
I drank the margarita one. It was delicious.
Yeah.
So I'm making dinner for the kids.
Yeah.
And about 6 o'clock, everything was great. I'm like, I can't even feel this.
Wait, this is a 5?
A 5.
Okay.
Yeah, not a 10. So drank that, making dinner for the kids, and then everything was fine. Can't feel anything. 30 minutes, can't feel anything. 45 minutes, I'm like, oh, I kind of feel a little kind of happy, a little sleepy and everything. And then all of a sudden the hour hit.
Ooh.
Nope.
Yeah.
I literally was like getting water out of the fridge, and then I was just like, boo. It could just, okay, I thought these were going to be like super chill. Not for me. I mean, basically my whole face felt like it was melting off.
Yeah.
I ran downstairs and said to the kids, hey, everybody, like, you guys go get dad. I'm super high. And they're like, what? What do you mean you're high? I'm like, I drank something. I don't know. I'm like, I'm super high. And they were laughing and just like,
yeah, of course. What? Of course.
And then I had to go upstairs. I'm like in my bedroom with like the blankets over my head, Googling how to get unhigh.
And what you can't. You just got to write it out.
Did not know that. Yep. So I just was like, Charlie comes up. I'm like, I have to, my husband, I have to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Okay.
Drew.
Listen.
I'm telling you.
Come to find out, it was
real.
It wasn't a THC. It was just a regular. It's like that episode of Delicious Dish on SNL when they're like tripping, and then they're like, "That there was no mushrooms in that." He's like, "That was a karate by LaCroix."
It was not. It was not. But that's the thing. So then the people that I told that, like, you told me to take 5, and they were like, no. I said to share a 5
right.
with someone. Like, I share it with my 250-pound husband.
Right.
I'm like,
you need to start with like a 2.
Okay.
And like sip slowly over time. You know,
I would have loved any kind of
guidance
on that.
Yeah. You should have called me.
So anyway, that's my THC drink situation. I'll stick to mimosas.
Yes, we'll stick to mimosas. Thank you for making these. These are great.
You're so welcome. Yeah, so what are we going to talk about today? You had some...
Well, I was like, I wanted to talk about your friends. What about your friends?
Will they let you down?
Will they stand there down?
Hey.
Let you down. Who's your favorite TLC?
I feel like...
R.I.P.
Left Eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think... T-Boz, because I always love short
T-Boz.
hair. As the short
It's
hair
obviously
girl.
T-Boz.
Yeah, it's T-Boz. But Chili's good.
No, Chili's great.
And then she did that dating show, and then that kind of got a little...
I didn't even see that.
It was like dating Chili. Like, it was like The Bachelorette, but it was Chili.
Just with Chili.
Yeah. Which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah. She's beautiful. She's talented.
Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Have you ever gotten in like a fight with a friend, like a physical fight?
No.
No, never.
No. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I am too. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
But you're big. You could throw down.
No, but but my best friend, Matt, one day we went out to the club. He left in my car that I drove us there in. Okay. Drove back downtown. And I was like, where is everybody? And mind you, this is before like cabs and stuff. And I was like the sober driver. So someone else was driving the car. I don't even really know the full. All I know is I was stranded at the bar. No, this is before Uber. So I have to call like an actual cab, like a yellow cab to get home. Then I get back down. I meet up with them.
You're really dating yourself.
I know.
Yellow cab.
I know.
All that shit.
It was like a checkered cab.
Yeah, great.
And he's like, oh, relax. So I threw him to the floor. I didn't like hit. I didn't, I've never I would never strike anybody. That's terrible. I did throw him to the floor, which was not nice, but it was just a moment of rage. And he kind of deserved to be like thrown to the floor. Listen, we're dear friends. But those are the 2 times I had like fight with a friend.
You're like more attractive right now.
Oh, see? I throw down.
I mean,
But I mean, who steals? I mean, what? It wasn't. Yeah. It was neither one of our best moments.
Here's what I will say.
We're not proud.
No.
I'm not proud of, putting my hands on my best friend and throwing. I'm also like twice his size, which is not.
We call that passionate.
Yeah.
And
you know what? My feelings were deeply hurt. You stranded me at the bar in my own car and then told me to chill. First of all, she never tell
she
someone
needed to get
chill.
checked.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Just saying.
You should never tell someone to relax when they're heated.
I know when my husband says calm down.
No.
I literally have visions of like taking
I'm getting worked up right now
and just like it's like when just right like I mean it's like
just ending it,
snoring and telling me to, when he tells me to do
let's just bring the temperature down.
Not today.
Excuse me.
Not today.
You're just taking your earrings off.
The hoops are out, or I'm ready to throw down. It's the same thing with the snoring. Right. I literally envision that.
Okay, why don't we just relax? You're just right. Yeah, exactly.
It's a slow blink for you.
It's a real slow blink. I've moved on from the slow blink. I just do the complete eye close, just and don't even reopen them. Just
and then just walks out, just hitting the walls.
Bird box.
Just bird box all the way. Bird box. That movie was so dumb.
I liked it.
I did too, but it was so dumb. I mean, I'm just saying.
I love a Sandy B. I do love my Sandy B.
I know. I just feel like right now, and also just side note, I am going to say this, and I'm so embarrassed of it, but I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
I have now ran out of shows to watch.
No. Jury Duty.
I started that, and that's the one I am watching that, but I'm just saying it's pretty pathetic when people are like, "Oh, have you seen this?" Like, "Yep, this one, yep." I've been like every single freaking show because that is my time to just like everyone. My kids are doing it. Like, I just have a minute to watch shows, but now I'm kind of ran out of shows.
There's no way possible.
I don't know.
Get into Jury Duty though.
I will, but like right now, here's also my issue with shows now that everyone's talking about is because it's like as a woman. I think most people I know have seen the show Sex Life. Have you?
I have not.
Yeah. See, she gave a full eye close and a yep. Because here's the deal. It's like a dirty Sex in the City.
Okay.
I mean, right? Would you agree with that, Lindsay? Yeah. And it's like super hot guys, super hot women. I mean, like it's like there's a lot of things. It's trashy, but it's so good. Okay. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
My husband literally will like he never comes in the room unless there's some kind of like weird sex scene on.
Yeah.
He doesn't bother me. All of a sudden he walks in the room and I'm like, he just thinks I'm like watching porn. And it's not.
You got into mommy's drawer again. You're just.
No, but it's like freaking Bridgerton. He walked in at Bridgerton.
Yeah.
And then he walked in.
Yeah.
And then he's literally just like looks.
He's like, wow.
Gives me like a look and walks out. And that's it. And then I have to explain to him.
He's been trying to hang out for a while now, and here we are.
I'm just saying, he's had nothing to do with me downstairs for an hour. One sex scene. He comes up.
Downstairs in the house, like, you mean? Hey, I just took that very... Okay, go on.
Downstairs in the home.
Okay.
He comes, but I'm just like, great. And then he just like, he just gives me another slow blink. It was like,
I see you're busy.
Okay, I see you're busy. And he walks up like, no, it's not. It's like,
I see.
I'm just saying right now, this is the stuff that's out there. So
I know.
between like the Bridgerton, and then I have my 13-year-old daughter asking if she can watch Bridgerton.
I know. I heard about this.
I know you did.
Yeah.
And I told her no.
Yep.
Turns out, I turned on the TV and she snuck in through a secret profile.
I heard she was on episode 9.
Episode 9.
So
But she fast forwarded through all the sexy things. Mom, I hated it. Mom.
It was terrible.
And she's very sweet.
Oh, she's the best. But I'm just like, she's the best. Well, we've all been.
What do I do with that? Now she's seen this.
Well, lock it down.
Of course, then
Yeah.
Lock it down. We talked about it. So that was a little too early for some of those conversations, but again, now
it's never too early for those conversations is what I'm being told.
That's true. We did have a great.
I'm not a parent. I cannot say. Yep.
But
yep.
it was
so it was a blessing in disguise.
It sure was.
Yeah.
She's a blessing.
Okay. Have you ever been on like a Delta flight and you're like, oh, I don't know what this movie is. And you put it on. All of a sudden there's like boobs and butts and like kids behind you. Yeah. And you're like trying to, well, first of all, I just figured like anything like on here.
Dirty bird. Right. When it comes on, you're like
anything on here's got to be edited to.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not. I got like a nun next to me and I'm watching whatever this is. I just was shot in the dark. I'll try this. It's on new releases. Careful what you watch on Delta Studio.
Be careful.
Yeah.
So the other things, like what else is going on? So as far as like in real estate, right? I mean, we've had some fun things going on these past few weeks. And we always kind of like to talk about some things that go a little weird. Like, so today we had a weird thing happen where we're representing the buyer and she went to her inspection.
Right.
And the people that owned the home were there.
Yeah.
Along with all of the movers.
10 movers.
A
U-Haul in the driveway.
With the owners of the home. And we got it figured out. It was fine. But again, it's like those things of like, I have never in all
that was
years,
a first.
We have not had that happen.
That was the first.
Yep. So that was, it's always like that. Putting fires out, right? I mean, it's just like, okay, but that's what we do, right? But we did it, but it's just like, there's just a lot of weird things that happen.
Yeah. The movers being there during the inspection, that was a new one.
That was a weird one.
Yeah.
Well, here's also something I want to touch base on. I have a friend of mine who's a newer friend. And
is it Brian?
That's the next thing we're talking about.
Okay.
Where is Brian? What's Brian doing? We are going to tackle that.
Okay.
But with him, he loves video and he loves it's lovely and he loves taking photos and video and you know that saying of like sing like no one's listening, dance like watching.
Oh my!
But it's like that thing of like no, dance like everyone's watching.
Totally.
Sing like everyone. That's the funny part of that. So then it's midnight. We had all like had drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're all here having a kitchen dance party,
We all know them. I've been in those.
You've been in these. And as everyone should have kitchen dance parties.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole other thing. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
But anyway, he proceeds to take all this video and not just take video of me without notifying me.
Right.
But then to post it and tag me on it.
For our Australian listeners, nor ma'am.
I died.
Yeah.
And then tagged me on my birthday.
Right.
Like, look at this girl. She's having, I'm like.
Yeah. Just.
I
saw that and I was like, ooh. I saw it and I went like this.
I mean, when I'm dancing like nobody's watching.
Right.
I don't want anyone to watch.
Right. You don't.
That's what I don't want. And the funny part about that is I felt like at that time, I remember thinking, I am dancing really good right now.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like it might have even been a routine in my head.
Of course. You're doing full choreo.
I'm just saying, I might have had a 5, 6,
7, 8, and step ball changing.
There was no step ball change, but
I feel like
pot of array. It might have been a pot of array. But I was like, oh my God. And the fact he's like, isn't this so cute? I'm like, oh.
No, it's not.
Tagged you. And then I couldn't undo it because it was a thing of pictures. Then people were like,
she done did you dirty, girl.
Dirty.
She done did you dirty. I would never do that to you.
But I'm like, I am dying. So yeah, just so you know.
Don't ever do that to me either.
No.
Yeah.
Don't take a video of me unless you are like, hey, I'm shooting a video.
Like, do your best pot of array.
Do your best.
Yeah.
And my best would have probably looked the same as what I was doing.
Right.
But at least
then,
I wanted to know.
And then, like, let me see. What's that look like?
Delete. That's when you're like,
exactly.
Take a look.
Then you immediately, then you steal their phone, you throw it in the backyard.
Right. And then I throw it in a river.
Yep.
And the phone is gone. Right. I mean, let's burn this, whatever. But yeah, so... Not a fan of any photos, or would they take a photo and be like, oh my God, I snuck this photo in and it's so cute if you look and you're like,
You know when there's like a group photo and everyone, and like
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
You're only everyone looking at the group photo, whether or not it's a good photo, they're only looking at themselves. So they won't even look at any. It's like, that's such a good picture. They mean, I look good in that picture. Absolutely. Doesn't matter that your eyes are closed.
And they will fight to post that picture.
No, that one. That's the best one. Yeah. You look good.
I love that your boob is popping out of your shirt.
Yeah, people, that's fun.
That's so fun.
Eyes closed is fun. There's a booger coming out of your nose. That's kitschy.
It's cute.
It's cute.
You're adorable.
Oh my gosh.
It's like you don't even care.
Yeah.
Like,
just like boogers, boobs. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
That girl, it's the same thing my husband says with all the photos in my house.
Yeah.
He's like, you look like a supermodel.
Yeah.
And I look like there's something really wrong.
Just
like with
Uncle Fester.
Like, yeah. He's like, I look like. And the funny thing is, after he said that, I went and looked at the photos.
You're like, he's not wrong.
Oh my God. It's bad. And so I actually did have to take them down because I was like, wow.
Yeah.
He looks terrible. Like I think he did have like one eye or one, something in his teeth. And I was like, but I looked like
bomb. Obviously snatched.
It was just an angle. I'm like, I'm not going to get this angle in there because it's not real. So
it's real.
Well, I'm just saying, you don't even take that picture like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. You're like, is this a filter? I look amazing.
You have to post that because you may never get that again for yourself.
Yeah.
Just like all these, like, again, I've been married for 19 years. And so I've never been a part of this. Like, did you meet Ben on a dating website?
No, he slid my DM.
Oh, he slid in your
DM. Go Ben.
He's so cute.
I know.
But I think it's an interesting thing because like all my friends that are single, like nice. They are just going through the whole like a dating scene and like, and they used to give me their phones all the time to go through their Tinder and Hinge. And I would go, but then I started doing it wrong. And I like, he's like, don't swipe on that. I'm like, what? I thought it was going through. And then I was like, oh, what is his thing about? Like, no, now he knows you. I'm like, he or she knows this. I'm like, I don't know. And so I'm terrible at it, which is probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, it is a good thing. But it is like that whole thing. I mean, I feel like it would be kind of fun to be single and go through. That's what I say, but then everyone tells me it's not. But I'm like, I just want to look through them. And like, there seems like there's a lot of cute guys on there. Don't you think?
Yeah. I thought it was fun. You know,
are they all like...
No, I'm divorced and remarried. I wasn't on there long because like the very first person I found was my now husband. So it's not, but you know, for those like few weeks, husband. My husband,
not your now husband.
Well, right.
For now.
No, forever until he kicks me to the curb. Yeah.
My now husband.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was
Charlie's my now.
I thought it was fun. I think I maybe wouldn't feel the same way if I was like a straight woman. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot more garbage you got to sift through. And there's a lot more like creepers. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
But here's the thing now, as far as like, it's like Instagram and social media and all this stuff here. Again, like I didn't have that when I was dating.
Me neither.
Like and it's like, but now it's like this is something everyone talks about.
Yeah.
But it's just that whole thing of like, wow, seeing what people post.
I know.
And then seeing, again, it's all everyone.
And also there's so many filters. Like you don't even really know what you're looking at. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But it's all just like flawless. Like,
I know.
I mean, it's just like.
I know.
And
I think the better strategy.
Right.
Post unflattering pictures of yourself. So then they meet you in person. Yeah. Just be like, so that in person, it's like, oh.
She's a smoke show.
Yeah. This is like in real estate when people insist on listing their house as a 3-bedroom or no, a 3-bathroom when one of the bathrooms is a toilet in the middle of the basement that's unfinished.
Which happened. Yeah. It's just
it's
a
like,
stump.
No, let's call it a 2. And then when they get there and realize, oh, there's an extra toilet, we could make a bathroom out of this and we could make a 3rd bathroom. And then it's an opportunity. Instead of you tricked me. No. So like, don't put your filtered self and then they meet you and they're like,
that's catfishing.
In a way. Yeah.
Don't filter. Don't filter. Don't catfish.
Don't take an 8x8 bedroom, put a fisheye lens on it and make it look like a 20x20.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they get there and they're like, just the Debbie Downer noise. Leading cause of feline, what did she say? Cancer or something.
But one of so I think is kind of closing up here, and
I guess, yeah.
I know, but it's
You know,
so for this week, I think it's just fun to focus on like that. I mean, all the sun's coming out, and now our patios. We're finally able to go to all of our patios.
I finally went to the Salute patio, which Brian twice last week. Brian,
we need an update on Brian.
Okay, so
before we leave.
So Brian. Okay, so just real quick.
Yes.
Brian got a job.
He sure did.
And then he promptly decided he didn't want that job. So
he had it.
So he's back. So when he originally was going to take this job, it was half the time in Florida, half the time here.
Right.
So I was like, you know, and like I said, I only hang out with a handful of people because just time wise, you know. So I was like, Brian's going to part-time. So I'm looking for a part-time friend.
Yeah, he told me you have an opening. Like, I don't know if it's a part-time or full-time, you don't have as many slots, but you're going to start thinking about maybe bring one more on.
I could add a part-time friend to hang out with. Well,
so the interview process was, we were starting to
take
cast it.
Yeah, just starting to cast it.
Right.
And then I get a text. Culture wasn't a good fit. It was not good.
Which is great. He decided it wasn't for him.
Right. Which I was like, oh no. But then I was also kind of like excited because
he's back.
He's back, and now I don't have to do the whole part. He's going back to full time.
Yep.
So I don't have that opening anymore. And then of course, like I said in the last podcast, I had never been to the Salute patio.
Yep.
But twice last week, I got a text in the mid-afternoon saying spritz time,
and I was there as well.
Yeah. So I show up. Everyone is spritzing, Aperol spritz.
We call it the spritz hour.
The spritz hour. And I'm for the Salute patio. It was great. It was great. So we did that.
That's nice.
A couple times last week. I was on the Pajarito patio last night.
Yeah. So it's patio season. We're here.
Patio season.
And Brian is out on the patios now. So
for sure.
Everybody, I mean, it's that whole thing of like, be on the lookout.
Yeah.
For Brian.
Yeah. See him.
Yeah.
You know? So if he's not on a patio, he's in his front yard and watching all the traffic go by. Yeah. So you can't.
Is he slow down? Any of that?
Like he did a little bit. He doesn't like speeding down the street. He doesn't have kids, but he's kind of the mayor of the block.
Right.
And so he does not like, as he should. No one likes excessive speeding in a residential area. So he didn't tell me to slow down, but he did say, "Man, you really hot rod around in that thing, don't you?" Which was read between the lines.
Right.
Slow your ass down.
Right.
Which I'm not like speeding around. I don't know.
Brian likes to say what's up. Another thing he also likes is I was talking to him about my sheets the other day.
Oh yeah.
And
you gotta
decided I need to get some different sheets.
Yeah. So I went to
so he went to Costco.
I went to Costco with him.
Yep. And it was these are the best sheets. I told him about expensive sheets from Parachute or whatever. I was really excited about them. He's like, "Here's the deal. I'm going there for you. They're 600 thread count. They're
$80.
Sheets.
He goes,
$80.
$80.
But you have to wash them 8 times.
Yeah, he told me the same.
Very specific.
I'm like, that sounds like.
But I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, he says. You got to do it 8 times.
Yeah. So now I've got Costco sheets that I have to wash 8 times.
They're actually in my car. Let me give them to you.
Yes, that's true. So that's what we know about Brian. He is out.
He's back.
About. He is out in the wild.
He's back.
In France.
Yep.
And if you see us, you will probably see him again, whipping around the whole place.
He's quite social.
Boy. Anyway, well, I'm excited for our next podcast.
Me too.
It was fun.
It was great. We'll find new stuff to talk about. Tell us what you want us to talk about. All 6 of our followers. We'd love to hear from you.
I know.
We
love the 6 of you.
Maybe we'll get 8 followers.
That's getting crazy.
Or 10.
It's getting crazy.
I know. It's nice to have goals. All right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.